On this episode of the Globe News Report, Connect-A-Palooza creates a Beer for a Goshen College event for the first time.
We hear from early voters for the 2024 presidential election and their voting process.
We sit down with a student athlete and talk about an upcoming Halloween community event.
All that and more is coming up on the Globe News Report.
Welcome inside the Globe studios for the Globe News Report. I'm Liliana Herrera.
And my name is Colin Eccles.
Colin, we haven't done a news report together in a while, but I'm really glad to be in the studio with you today.
Me too. It's nice to be in a little more of a news setting, take a break from sports, and we've got a lot of good stuff to cover from the past few weeks.
Absolutely. We'll take a flashback to Goshen College's Alumni Weekend for Connect-A-Palooza, a special event previewing a new beverage in collaboration with Goshen Brewing Company. Mackenzie Miller has the story.
As a part of their homecoming weekend celebrations, Goshen College hosted Connect-A-Palooza at the Goshen Theater, featuring musical acts, alumni art, and the premiere of Broken Shield, an amber lager created in collaboration with Goshen Brewing Company. This marks the first college-sponsored event in GC history to officially serve alcohol.
Goshen College and Jody Byler reached out about 4 months ago and just kind of inquired about the potential opportunity to create a beer in collaboration. I was immediately kind of excited and jumped on board pretty quickly.
This is being served in town at a non-campus venue, but at the same time it's an event that is bringing together students, alumni, faculty, staff, and community members. So there is a historic nature to it that we recognize.
Even as a historically dry campus, Byler acknowledged normalization of appropriate and healthy uses of alcohol within the Goshen College community.
We have not received any negative feedback. I think I've heard just generally appreciation. There is recognition that there are people with different perspectives and use of alcohol. We respect that, and that doesn't change.
This not only marks a cultural shift around alcohol, but also an emphasis from Goshen College on community engagement.
We try to be stewards of the community and really have tried to be a place where it's pretty responsible drinking. It's kind of about community getting together, collaborating with other businesses, and being just involved around the community.
Well, this is an event that is about bringing our community and our campus and our alumni together and trying to create an event that is celebratory and enjoyable for a real range of people. It was a way to celebrate the partnership and connection.
For Globe News, I'm Mackenzie.
A truly unique collaboration to link GC's campus to an ever-popular local business. After the break, joining Lily is president of the Association of Student Athletes, Shay Van Scooter, to talk about an opportunity for the community to come to campus. It's Trunk or Treat after the break on the Globe News Report.
Welcome back to the Globe News Report. I'm joined in the studio today by Shay Van Scooter, the president of the Association of Student Athletes. Shay, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
It is your guys' second annual event for Trunk or Treat. So how was the turnout last year for that event, and how was the community engagement?
So yes, it is the second year. Last year went amazing. We had a huge number of students and kids come and support the event. It was amazing watching all of our teams interact. The community engagement, I can tell from that event, definitely has been better. We're seeing more families and other things at games, better turnouts in the fan section, so that's really exciting to see.
That's really nice to hear. And what were some things that you guys changed from last year coming into this event?
We gave ourselves more time to prepare. Last year, we started thinking about the event. I got a call from my coach, and that's always a little scary when he says, "Meet me at my office," and he talked to you. Okay. And then it was the idea of this Trunk or Treat. So this year, we kind of got a jump start on it. Just overall planning the flyers, the dates, the times, so we could better prepare.
Now, is it just the softball team that participates, or are there more teams that are involved with Trunk or Treat?
So this is hopefully all the teams that are able to participate will participate. Softball's role is that we kind of do the legwork in setting up the event and passing out the flyers and getting the word out, and then the setup of the event. And then the hope is that the other teams that we have on campus, with the addition of the bowling team this year, will have their own station and mini game, so it's everybody participating.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And now, what can people expect this Sunday going to Trunk or Treat, and what is your favorite part?
They can expect to see Dash, have a ton of fun, get a ton of candy, hopefully.
What are you most looking forward to?
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to seeing all of the little kids' costumes again. So last year, I'm a big fan of Minecraft. So last year, I was a Minecraft character, and then there was a few kids that were other Minecraft characters, and we had a battle. But it was just so fun watching them like play in their costumes and interact with each other, possibly kids they've never seen before. So that was really cool, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Sounds like a blast. And last question for you. Has there ever been any banter between the teams, like who has the best costumes, and what is one of the best costumes you've seen?
So yes, there has. The baseball team I see went all out last year. I'm hoping that we get that engagement again. There was a little bit of banter between the teams on who had the best costumes and who dressed out the most and did the best. So I can't wait for that again this year. I'm hoping it carries on.
Shay, thank you so much for coming in again today, and I hope Trunk or Treat is a success again this year.
Thank you so much.
Coming up, voting season is here, and Goshen locals are taking advantage of early voting. Seth Smith-Kaufman has the full story next on the Globe News Report.
Election day may be November 5th, but here in Elkhart County, votes are already being cast for the 2024 presidential election.
Well, early voting is a way for voters to cast their ballot if they have some indication that they might be out of town. And we have several different ways that voters can vote early or cast an absentee ballot.
Chris Anderson is in charge of all elections in Elkhart County and has seen great success in the in-person voting option, seeing lines to vote throughout the day.
We've had up to at 11:30 this morning, we're sitting at about 12,450 ballots have been cast in 12 and a half days.
One of those early voters was Goshen College student Alina Bergstresser, who felt a call to do her part.
Well, I was just super excited to vote. Also, I don't have a car, so I was worried about transportation, so it worked perfectly. Over fall break, my mom and I drove there together. But I was excited to get my vote in and make space for other people on election day.
Chris echoed Bergstresser's sentiment about college students having a voice.
In terms of the young voters, those that are college age, I think it's important to be engaged in your community. For college students, is that the community where you go to college, or is that the community where you're from?
It's easy to get out and early vote, but Anderson has a couple key points to pay attention to.
The one thing that you need to remember to bring, is your photo ID. And that photo ID needs to be issued by either the state of Indiana or the federal government. Get out and vote. Expect there to be a line today, the rest of the early voting, and on election day. Be prepared.
To find more information about your voter registration status and places to vote early in Elkhart County, go to indianavoters.in.gov. For Globe News, I'm Seth Smith-Kaufman.
It is great to see how many people are voting early.
Especially with such an important election this year, it's very important that everybody gets their votes cast on time. After all, every vote does count.
We'll keep it on the topic of local with the Goshen News Weekend Review.
Giving you an overview of the top headlines of this last week is Joey Paternostro.
Thanks, Colin. The Potawatomi Zoo welcomed a baby giraffe on Tuesday. Both the calf and her mother are healthy and thriving after being checked by the veterinarians. The newborn weighs around 135 pounds and is already 6 feet tall. A female adult giraffe can grow up to 16 feet and weigh over 2,000 pounds. Earlier this month, Harvest Community Church in East Goshen held a grand opening celebrating their recently remodeled worship center. The fully funded project took 3.5 years to complete. The improvements include the children's wing, a fellowship hall, and student ministry spaces. They also remodeled the main entrance, the lobby, and outdoor areas. Earlier this week, the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau announced Little Big Grants 2.0. The program will offer micro grants of $500 to help bring creative dreams to life. Applications are currently being accepted. Apply at vibrantelkhartcounty.org. That's going to do it for your Goshen News Weekend Review. Colin and Lily, back to you.
Thank you to the Goshen News for providing those stories and images for this week's show.
Now let's get you up to date on upcoming fall festivities with our community calendar. On Saturday, the Elkhart County 4-H Fairgrounds hosts the Let's Get Spooky Market from 2 to 6 p.m. You can grab a bite to eat while shopping at over 40 locally owned small businesses. There will be trick-or-treating for the kiddos and so much more.
If you're looking for something a little more on the spooky side, Escape from Reality at the Peddlers Village Mall is hosting Monsters of the Maze, an indoor laser tag maze open to all ages. The event runs through October 31st and is open from 8:30 to 11 p.m. There will also be a lights-on treat maze and magic show for the kids. Admission is $10 for all ages with an additional $5 charge for adults and $2 charge for children for the treat maze.
The Yellow Creek Mennonite Church is hosting the 19th Annual Community Carnival on October 26th from 4 to 7 p.m. Activities include hay rides, family photos, games and prizes, a goodie walk, bingo, jumper, and balloon art. Admissions and all activities are free.
And finishing back on the Goshen College campus, this Sunday, October 27th, kids and families can join the GC softball team for free trunk-or-treating inside of the Rec Fitness Center from 5:30 to 8 p.m. There will be games, costumes, and of course candy, with a special appearance from the ever-popular school mascot, Dash the Squirrel.
That's going to do it for the Globe News Report.
Make sure to check out all of our social media pages at 91.1 The Globe. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and X.
And don't forget our website, globeradio.org, for more Globe content, and the Globe Radio app so you can take the Globe with you wherever you go without missing a beat.
Tune in again in 3 weeks for a new episode. For everyone in the studio, I'm Colin Eccles.
And I'm Liliana Herrera. Thanks for watching the Globe News Report.